Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be playing Chessble. Now, for those of you who haven't heard of Chessble, which is probably most of you since I just invented it, the way it works is I'll be playing a game of chess and a game of Scrabble at the same time against two different opponents. Now, in Scrabble, I'm a grandmaster, so I'll be playing the toughest opponent online, which is the infamous HastyBot from woogles.io. And as for chess, I'm most certainly not a grandmaster. I'm a decent player. I'm about a 17 or 1800 strength chess player, so I want to find an opponent that'll be a challenge, but not be totally invincible. So I'm not going to play this 250 rated beginner bot, but I also don't want to play a top rated stockfish. So I think to spice things up, I'm going to play one of these chess.com personality bots, which reflect the style and strength of some different well-known chess players, streamers, and other figures in the game. I think I don't want to go with Hikaru Nakamura or someone of his caliber, since I know I'll get completely destroyed. So I'm going to go with, why don't we go with Anna Cramling, since I think she's rated about 2100. So she'll be favored, but if I play well, I think I can give her a good game and maybe pull out a draw or even a win. So we're going to be doing 15-10, so 15 minutes with a 10-second increment in both chess and Scrabble. And let's get things underway. We are first in both games. I will start with Scrabble. Probably just canned here, get rid of all of our duplicates. I don't think to can is worth it, to put the vowels next to the double letters. So I'm going to go ahead and play canned. Okay, Landler comes down. We will be bingoing with Anthril to this L. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on the board. And, ooh, cantoning is a cool play by him. And I'm going to just make one... Actually, I want to think here, because I have Axite or Taxite. I also have QI. I have options. So I want to think a little bit. Let's get a few moves in chess. I generally am a fan of the Queen's Gambit, especially against the bots, since it tends to lead to pretty solid positions without too much drama earlier on. So I don't usually get into too much trouble out of the opening, which is very possible if I play something a bit more convoluted or volatile. Let's see, she castles. Now I'm just going to develop the knight. This is all pretty standard stuff. I would think it's been played hundreds, if not thousands of times. So c6, turning into a sort of semi-Slav kind of setup, I guess. I think I... probably just play... See, I'm not dying to play like bishop e2, because then, if I do that, then she takes... When I take back, she's going to play b5 and get a tempo and get to develop her bishop or storm on the queen side. So I probably want to just take this first. Yeah, I think Or I could play a4, I guess, to preemptively stop b5. That's also an option. But I think I'd prefer to take this. And now, do I play bishop e2 or bishop d3? d3 is overall probably a better diagonal, but I could run into some bishop g4 ideas, which are annoying because it's going to be not easy for me to get out of this pin. h3, then she just goes back, and I don't ever want to move the queen because then she just takes this knight and then doubles my pawns in front of my king. So I think I'm just going to play bishop to e2 here, and then maybe castle. Bishop e6, okay. Yeah, if my bishop wasn't on g5, I could play knight g5, which would be a good move to annoy her bishop a little bit. But I'm just going to castle. So far things are going pretty well in both games. And, okay, knight d7. Why don't I go back to Scrabble? So, yeah, I have Axite and Taxite through this A for about 60 apiece. I also have QI here. I don't see a ton of merit to playing QI. I think I want to block this spot. Really the question is Axite or Taxite. The T is nice to save Cot, but I don't think I'm actually playing Cot anywhere. I'm probably going to be playing to this T, Cot in cantoning, rather than actually playing Cot all 3 tiles in it somewhere on the board. So I don't think the T actually does me much good. I'm going to go ahead and play Taxite. Okay, and he plays Hosey. I imagine Cot is very strong here. It keeps a great leave. Scores 32, disposes of the Q. I feel like that's going to be hard to beat, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, he goes up here, and do we have a bingo? I think not. The F kind of makes it a little bit difficult. So ideally, I'd like to get rid of FOM, maybe FOAM. So I'm thinking if I can play foam, that would be nice. But I don't see a great way to do that. Even of here is actually a pretty strong play. It scores 20, keeps a really strong lead. So it can't go too wrong with that. I just want to see if I can score a lot more. Do I have anything from this Y? I think I might. I think Simos is good. I'm actually not positive if that's good. Even so, I don't think that's worth it. AF is so much weaker than Mace's as a leave. So I think I'm gonna probably forgo that. I'm almost positive it's good as a 6, but I don't think it's worth playing here. Of looks really strong. I'm gonna go ahead and play that. Okay, he plays Yearly, which is a pretty rare 6. You don't see that too often. And I have drawn Afrosome through this R, which I'm going to play immediately. And I've now got a pretty comfortable position here. I'm going to be up about 100. So with that in mind, I'm going to take a bit of a break from Scrabble and go back to the chessboard, where me and the Anna Cramling bot are locked into a Queen's Gambit decline position here. It seems pretty even. Nothing too exciting has happened yet. So I got to figure out what my plan is now. Not much point in capturing this, since she'll just take it back with the knight. I don't like knight e5, because then she doubles my pawns. Huh. Yeah, I don't feel like I have any great plans here. Maybe I want to play h3 just to prevent her from coming in with knight g4 or bishop g4. And then maybe at some point later I move the bishop to d3 once I stop that. I feel like h3 is generally a useful kind of move in these positions, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, she plays h6, which is definitely not surprising. And I don't see much merit to going to h4, because this isn't really a pin I need to keep an eye on. I think f4 looks a lot nicer. This is a really strong diagonal, and it stops her from using it with like queen c7 or bishop d6. So I kind of like the idea of going back. If knight h5, then I just go back to h2, right? That's another nice thing about this h3 move. It gives me a little hole here for my bishop that she can't get to. She, of course, has the same setup, so if I play knight h4, then she'll probably just go back to h7 and hide over there. So not much point in doing that. I'm only putting my knight on the side of the board. Bishop d3 is now probably a good move, because my white square bishop is not great, and it's definitely a lot weaker than hers. So if I do that, she may end up playing knight e4, which I guess would be a little bit annoying. If she does that, I cannot take back with the knight, because then pawn takes would be a fork, winning a piece. So if she plays knight e4, I'm not going to really want to take the knight with the bishop, but maybe that's not so bad, because then if we trade, then I can actually just play knight d2 and put a bunch of pressure on the d5 pawn. That actually looks strong for me. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and play bishop d3. She trades, which I am, again, perfectly happy with to get that piece off the board. Queen b6. That's a pretty common move you see in these type of positions, just to put some pressure on this b2 pawn. Not too keen on playing b3 just because she has a dark squared bishop, and that makes my dark squares on the queen side a bit weak. Knight a4 is an option, I suppose, because it both attacks the queen and protects b2. She probably would just go ahead and play something like queen b4, and at that point I kind of have to just play b3 anyway, and my knight on a4 is looking really silly over there on the side of the board. So I don't think I want to do that. I'd probably just play rook b1 here. It's kind of a lame move, but sometimes the lame moves are the best ones. Yeah, I think I like that better than b3. It's not like my rook is doing anything on a1 either, so let's just play rook b1. Rook a to e8. Interesting. Usually you see rook f to e8, but rook a to e8. Okay. So let's see, options here. Knight e5 is an option. Looks okay. I mean, it doesn't look great. I'm sort of then just inviting her to trade off this knight, and my knight looks a little bit better than hers, so I don't feel like that's such a good option. Queen f5 is maybe a move. It looks like it gets a lot of space. I'm not sure what it really does, though. I'm not worried about her playing g6, because then this is going to be a very annoying weakness for her to deal with. I mean, queen f5 might not be a bad move, just to sort of invade her space a little bit. Put some pressure on this knight. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. It doesn't really have any immediate threats, but I feel like it just is good for taking up a lot of space. So I'm going to go ahead and make this move. Okay, bishop b4 is a move I thought might happen. I think, I mean, if she takes this knight, then I guess the benefit for her is she is making my a-pawn a little bit weak, but I do get this file for my rook, so I'm fine with that trade-off. I almost may want to even encourage it with a3. Knight e5, of course, is again an option. She maybe wants to play knight to e4 at some point. That may be why she's coming here, to try to eliminate this knight. That's actually probably what's happening. So I may... it's not easy for me to deal with that. I guess I could play bishop e5 to try to eliminate the knight. And then, let's see, so bishop e5... Yeah, but then she just takes the bishop back with the knight, and then she is probably going to get a knight to e4 either way if that's what she wants. So it may be best off just allowing it. I don't really think I should be playing knight d2 just to stop that. That seems a bit passive. So I think I might actually go rook to c1, just so that then if she plays knight c4, I can just retreat with the rook, and I don't have to worry about this pawn on c3 being a big weakness with her knight there. So I think rook fc1 actually makes some sense here. Let's see what she does. Queen to a6. Okay, I'm probably going to play a3, but it's been a while since we've gone back to the Scrabble board, so let's go ahead and do that. So once again here in Scrabble, we're up a bit, up about 100 in fact. So pretty solid start for us. Kind of just want to not do anything stupid here. Try not to give him much back, score some points. I'm liking Limo. 27, doesn't give anything back to him. GITU, of course, not the best to leave, but I've seen worse. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just do that. He plays Zit. I'm liking plays here now. I can maybe play Tolly. That's 38. Burns through a lot of tiles, which is nice. Wage as an option. But I'd rather play an extra tile here. It's always nice when you're winning to play more tiles. Just brings the end of the game faster, reduces their ability to come back. So I think Tolly's pretty solid. Opt for not that many points. So I'm really liking the way this game is shaping up for us here. Now if I can just sort of close down the bottom, I think I should be in very good shape, because he's going to have quite limited opportunities to bingo. Maybe even just, well, GI doesn't actually help me that much, because he can still end in ING. So I don't know what my best way is to deal with the bottom. I could play something for not a lot of points through that G, which at this score may actually be sensible. The annoying thing is plays like Bin still don't block ING bingos, and I think, yeah, there's 2 I's and an N. There's also 2 blanks, though, so I need to still be a little bit careful. Yeah, I just really don't have a lot of plays through this G. But I think if I just play, it's pretty lame, but if I just play like Gig, maybe Giga, how many A's are left? Oh, there's no A's, so actually the A is nice to keep. Yeah, if I just play like Gig, I mean, I'm up 100. It's not easy for him to bingo to this E, and I'm going to block it next turn. I think I should just start playing defense. So it's a little bit unlike me. I'm normally not a very defensive player, but I think it makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and play Gig. Okay, overbeat does come down, and rough draw for us of IU. So it's getting a little bit dicey. I'm going to play Boo just to dump everything. And Fuji. So what's the situation? We're only up 23. But here's the good news, guys. There is a blank unseen, but no vowels. So I don't have to really worry about him bingoing. There's no place for him to play like resprung. Let's actually. I want to get to the end game here so I can just breathe, and then I'll finish it out after a few moves of chess. Yeah, I should be fine after Cave. I don't think I have to. Yeah, actually, because spurring is something I have to worry about. If VW is in the bag, he could have spurring, but that blocks it because IP is no good. So I think this should win pretty solidly every time. Okay, so that. Oh, I even drew the blank. So I will be winning in Scrabble. So that's good. So I have 2 minutes. Let me play a little chess here just to not fall too far back. I think just A3 here to protect this pawn. I don't want her taking this knight, removing the defender of the pawn. So I'm going to play A3. She could... Yeah, I don't think she can really come in with the queen so much in this position. So I expect we'll see a capture, and we do. Yeah, I definitely need to take with the rook. I expected knight e4. Not really sure what rook e6 does. She can double up, but this e3 pawn is well protected, so I don't think that really does that much good for her, if I'm not mistaken. So how do I make progress in this position? I kind of think I should play knight e5. I kind of want to play f3 just to stop knight e4. I just need to be careful if I play f3 about this e3 pawn getting weak. But I really love the idea of stopping knight e4, because that's going to be an extremely annoying move for me. Also, this knight is doing some good with preparing c5 maybe, or coming to b6 and c4. So I don't think trading it off is that bad an idea. Yeah, I'm going to... Let's go ahead and play knight e5. I'm just watching my time in Scrabble too. I've got only a minute left, so I think after I recapture, I'm going to go finish this Scrabble game. Okay, knight e4 does come. I'll probably be moving back to c1 or c2. Can I go out? Geoid and a blank. I don't know if I have anything through this S. I don't see it immediately. What does he have? He's got R and W. So he is going out with Ren here through this E. I can always block that. I don't think he has a second out. Do I really not have anything through this S? Maybe I don't. Yeah, I may not. Don't think I have anything here. Dojis, geoids doesn't work. So why don't I just block this and then go out for a good score here? Like, why don't I just play, he can't even block. Why don't I just play DO or odd? Odd is a few more. I'll just play odd and then go out with Aegis. Yeah, let's just do that. That seems simplest. Okay, so we have won in Scrabble, 448 to 381, which means I now have my remaining 2 minutes plus increment to try to make something happen in this chess game. So, Rook, where are you going? Rook c2 I don't really love, because Queen d3... I guess then I can just double up, though, on the c file, which is kind of nice, so that's maybe fine. She's not really threatening anything, and then I have ideas of maybe f3 pinning this knight. So I think I'm okay with that. I don't really like rook c1, because that kind of boxes in this rook at b1 if I want to move it somewhere else. I just want to watch my queen to make sure I'm not getting trapped, right, with like g6, but I have queen f3, I have queen g4, so I'm not too concerned on that front. So yeah, let's see what happens after rook to c2. Queen d3, as I expected. And now rook b to c1 was my grand plan to deal with that threat. And rook to g6, okay. So, what about f3 hangs e3. Okay. That's the problem. And I don't really want to play rook c3, because then queen e2 or queen d2 gets annoying. And I probably just have to come back. I mean, rook c6 looks scary, but I don't think she's really threatening anything at this moment. Oh wait, I can't even play... Well, yeah, I guess I could play rook c3 because the knight protects that square, but then the queen hangs. But then I think I just have to end up repeating moves. Maybe am I okay with a draw here? Maybe I'm just okay with a draw. She may have a better position at this point. So if she wants a draw, maybe I just let her have it. I'm also getting really low on time. Yeah, all right. I'll let her have her draw if she wants it. Okay, so she goes back, and now she's attacking my rook, right? So I have to move the rook because now the queen is no longer pinned. So I think I'm just gonna go back. If she goes back to d3, then I'm just gonna I'll repeat. I'll take a draw. I mean, I think I have a word. So now queen a6. I mean, I'm just gonna keep going back, guys. Like I think I have a better, or she has a better position overall. I don't really see a way for me to make progress. Okay, so now she goes rook g5. So she says no thank you to the draw. And now I probably just go queen back to f3. I don't think I want to start getting too adventurous and coming to d7. That seems a little too aggressive. So I'm going to, yeah, and then maybe I do that and then try to trade off the queens with queen e2. I think that's the sensible way to play here. And now she goes queen back to d3. Here we go again. So now maybe do I play queen? I kind of want to trade off these queens. I feel like her queen is better than mine. So I'm going to play, I can't play rook c3 either because I don't have the pin. So let's play queen e2 and see if we can trade these queens off the board. She says no. Queen b3. And now I could play f3 now. But then she just plays knight g3. I'm also getting really low on time. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Let's just, I don't know. Let's just attack the rook. I need some time. Okay. Rook g6. Yeah, I don't know what to do here, guys. Actually, now let's play f3 because I'm willing to trade off that bishop for that knight if she does decide to play knight g3. She doesn't. I might still just capture it because I don't really want her coming back to e6. Yeah, it's not a very inspiring move to just capture the knight. Then I can play e4 or maybe get some activity. Oh, I'm running out of time. Shoot, okay, I gotta move. H takes, huh? Yeah, this is very stressful now. Okay, I'm very low on time. I'm gonna try to shuffle some pieces to pick up some increment, I think, here, just to make things a little bit better. Okay, cool. Let's just go here. Okay, so that's putting some pressure on e3. Why don't we play king f2? I think that's reasonable at this point. So she's doubling up. Let's attack the, well, yeah, let's attack the queen. Queen c7. Okay, I have 24 seconds now at least. I can think a little bit. And what's my plan here? I probably should preemptively just put some defense on this pawn. I'm not too worried about queen h2. It doesn't really threaten anything. Maybe queen c5 just to kind of invade. b5. Okay, that makes that c6 pawn a bit weak. Let's play rook c3. I don't know, this feels kind of drawish. Like, how do either of us really make progress here? I guess my queen is actually maybe a little bit stuck now that I look at it. But I don't think it will be for long. Yeah, I may have to open it up now and play like e4. I gotta watch my time though. Alright, let's just play b4 here. I need to move. 5. Alright, let's take just to open things. I need to open things up here. Okay, let's try to trade again. She says no. Alright, let's... I like having my rook there better, because now, with my rook there, I can maybe try to triple up on this c-pawn. f4, okay, going for more of an attack here. Now that was a good move. I missed that. So I think I have to, but I can't push. Dang it, because I can't push on e4 because then she has more pieces on them. I have to go back. Yeah, I don't want to go back, but I have to go back, unfortunately. Okay, queen f7. So now, yeah, I'm getting a little concerned here, but I think I'm still okay for now. I think I should just go back here and add a little bit more protection to this e3 pawn. Okay, queen f6. She's going after d4 now. After a barrage of exchanges, I need to be careful. Let's play queen d1 quickly. g4. I'm gonna take that. She's gonna play queen h4. I'm sure, but that's fine. I'll just go. That's actually annoying. Okay, I'll just go back. She does take. Okay, so I have to watch out for queen h1. So let's what's the best way to deal with that? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know how to deal with this. I think I got to run. And then she has queen f2, but I can play king d3. Okay, king. I actually probably want to play king d3 anyway, just to get out of there. Okay, this is really clunky. I don't know what to make of this. Oh, I got checkmated! Look at that. Okay, yeah, that was crumbling really quickly. Good game. So yeah, I got into a bit of time pressure there in chess, and I fell for this really cool checkmate, but I felt like my position was starting to crumble. Yeah, I didn't really have a great way to get out of that, and I felt like she just kind of kept pressing, and at some point I didn't really want to open up the left-hand side of the board, and my rook c5 was a mistake. So yeah, well played to the Anna Cramling bot, and a good win for us in Scrabble. So nothing too shocking there. We split our Chessble match. We won the game that we were favored at, and we lost the game at which we were the underdog. So no huge surprises there, but that was a lot of fun. I'll definitely do this again at some point. I really enjoyed that. I hope you guys did too. If you have any other suggestions for chess Scrabble hybrid videos, I'm definitely all ears. Or if you just have any general feedback on whether you like this, then of course feel free to let me know in the comment section. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and definitely be on the lookout for more videos like this soon. Have a good one.